thank you for staying back until this long. I think the next, the last two segments are going to be really important for two particular reasons. A is about regulation. How many of you are actually actively involved in an ICO or thinking of doing an ICO? Great. And you guys are attending these conferences to gain knowledge, to make contacts. I see a lot of people nodding their head. So you got to know what's the best jurisdiction in order for you to launch your ICO. And the second most important point is throughout the day, we talked about, the two guys gave us the two different models of tokenomics, that how you could actually, velocity could work in order to boost that price of your ICO. We all know that many of us, including myself, we got burnt in different ICOs because of the tokenomics, because of how manipulation works in the market, all the pump and dump stuff. I think, and the next guest, he has worked in this space, where he has worked as a market maker to do the pumps and dumps, but at the same time, right now, it is his opinion that tokenomics doesn't work. So I'd like to welcome Emil on the stage, and so please share his thoughts.
Don't put your blame on me.
Hello, everybody. My name is Emil Yakubov, and just a few words about who I am. I began investing in cryptocurrencies in late 2015, and almost immediately I assembled a team, and we started actively trading. And since that moment, all of my time I spent in the news and on the market. In early 2016, we started to develop a crypto community named Decenter, and that's the second reason why I saw almost everything on crypto market. You can absolutely logically ask why I'm here and why my opinion means something. You know that the most valuable thing for investor or trader is his knowledge, but the most precious is his experience, especially his losses. So from that point of view, I'm really very, very, very experienced. The whole day you was talking about tokens, economics, and others, but you didn't discuss one important thing. Does it even work, or all of this just a big manipulation? The fair question, I think, because without economics, nothing will work. So, in my opinion, tokenomics doesn't work now at the way it should. Tokenomics is a really future, not only on crypto market, but we kinda far from that now. That's all because crypto market is wild, wild west, and you know why? Because of two words: manipulation and fraud. First of all, we should talk about investors and traders, because that's the main part of cryptocurrency market. You know, investors nowadays expect that price depends on quality of the project. It depends on how blockchain goes in with the project. And they tried to understand the future prices of the project tokens. But in other words, this is common when people try to predict some future prices using fundamental factors, like it's kind of work in the stock market. But on cryptocurrency market, behaves in a different way and has its own rules. So in some cases, price movement, it's like a black box. In other words, we just don't know why price went up high or down low. Let me dive a little deeper in this topic. Many investors try to predict price movements of the token by researching the project. On average, people try analyzing the white paper, trying to make some conclusion from it. They read about the market, then they try predict how market will go. But some investors even build special models for token, like investors do on the stocks. But let me talk about the real factors that could affect the price of the token. Firstly, it's whales, especially whales. Everybody on cryptocurrency market knows that, like, years ago, when it's only started, a lot of Chinese investors and just IT entrepreneurs made a lot of money in Bitcoins. So when market goes up, they used it in their own realities. Secondly, it's good PR. When a project knows how to spread the news and how it presents through community and crypto community and so on. Thirdly, it's hype. Hype is the king of the 21st century, but in cryptocurrencies, hype is one of the most important things when it comes to the token prices. Next is the market cycle. Most of the coins are simply pro-cycle and they move in the same way like main coins move. It doesn't matter is the project good or project bad, but if both tokens move down, when the market moves down. Last but not least, money and effort from the project that spends on pumping the coin. I think it will be big news for you, but we should definitely keep it in mind, because a lot of projects nowadays spend like literally a big amount of money you send them just to pump the coin. Not to make the product, not to spend it like in the market, just to pump, just to buy and like wait until something will happen. But this is not the main problem in crypto. We all know that investing and especially trading is a zero-sum game, which means if somebody wins, somebody should lose, and it's kind of fair. If you make better decisions, you earn money. If you don't, you lose. But unfortunately, crypto market itself isn't that fair. You play not only versus traders, other traders, you also play versus whales, exchanges, projects, and that's all. Sorry. It's kind of not fair because reality is like it's kind of in the stock market. You only work against other traders who like your company or not. So I'm sorry. 1 second. I kind of lost. So, sorry. I have some problems with my English speaking skills, so it's that's why I'm making this. Yes, yeah, they're going. The problem is that most of these opponents have better information and they can manipulate the market. That is why investing and trading becomes more like playing the casino. And how we know playing the casino is always a bad idea, and casino always have the profit. For you to understand it better, let me move to some real cases where real people that I know, some cases I lost a lot of money on these cases, to understand why tokenomics doesn't work today. I picked this case because almost everybody in crypto knows about it. It was like in very early market, it was like July 2016. And me personally, I lost about my first $500,000 I earned on crypto. That day was a really bad day. I remember almost everything by the minutes, but the most important is that nobody, including me, till today doesn't know what really happens in day. It could be like really hacked by someone. It could be that the team specially left that left in code some options to withdraw the money. It can be independent hacker. It can be the man from the team. Doesn't matter. The main thing is that on that day, a lot of people lost their money, but the project was really good. It was like, it had a good white paper, it had a good idea, it even had a good community about it. They collected about $150 million for the 1 month. It was absolutely the record for crypto market. But nothing helped, because you was playing not against the project, you was playing not against other traders, you was playing above traders and exchanges that knew about this situation. And I kind of know it for 90% that it was made by them. So the next I want to tell you about is Bitfinex. It's not new that Bitfinex is connected to USDT, and also they really like to make money for marginal traders, and not only from them. Just look at this chart from December. You can see that just in 1 second, the price of like 10 or 15 top coins on Bitfinex went straight down till the start of it, you know, like I just can't even imagine that something can go from $3.50 in 5 cents in 1 second. And to be honest, the next second it went up again. But everybody who had marginal positions or like stop losses lost their money, and nobody can help them. Is it a problem for tokenomics? Yes, it's really a problem, because when you fucking lose 100 million in 1 day, nothing will help you, you know? So the next one, the situation is about Bitcoin Cash. You know, the whole history about Bitcoin Cash is a history of manipulation. It's a history of how you do it when, you know, when your token doesn't have really nothing in you. You just copy it. You just invest money in PR, you just invest money in marketing, and that's all. You can gain all. So the interesting situation is that insider trading on Coinbase is a good example of insider problems in crypto. To be honest, this is one of the most frequent manipulation cases in crypto, when you know that some token will exchange it on some, will list it on some exchanges, and you're making everything so you can earn money. So recently Coinbase was hit by a lawsuit for this situation. We're kind of looking at it, because if they will lose, it will be a really good it will be a really good case for some jurisdiction to make new laws. So team members knew that trading of Bitcoin Cash should start in a month before the actual date, release date. It was 19th of December, and the exchange itself said it will be like mid-January. So as you can predict, on December 19, Coinbase tweeted about Bitcash trading, which is going to start. When it's going to start, like about 4,000 orders were executed, and the price was skyrocketed by 200%, just in like 2 minutes or less. After that, Coinbase stopped all the trading of the Bitcoin Cash, but you know, people saw it, and some people lost money, some people just trying to take it back till today. The funniest moment in the story is the reaction of Roger Ver. He just said, "Nah, I think most of you heard about him, he just said like that insider trading is not a crime. It's okay. You can just know about your token and tell everybody to earn the money. One of the most interesting cases is Tron. It's a really good example why fundamental analysis doesn't work and how you can push your coin to top 10 in just 3 months using money and media resources. When I first read about Tron, I thought, I thought, really, why are you doing this? It's like a shit, and I won't go and invest there even 1 Bitcoin of mine. My trader, one of my traders, said me, look, we should invest there. There will be a lot of money. I said, no, I'm not going. And 3 months later, when it actually hits 100x after the ICO, I was not crying, but I was like, I should have heard him. So why it's a really good example? Because, you know, they had just a famous CEO. Nothing else, and it helped them. It's interesting because they started pumping it actually right after ICO. They made some results, but the main event, they decided to wait for the market cycle, for the good market cycle. So where the good market cycle started, they just paid McAfee, you know, to post one tweet and the other ways, and price just went for the 3 days. For the 3 days, it went like from 5 cents to 20, and this is a really good example because all of you should understand that almost every project, I think not almost, I think really, actually, every project are trying to make something like this. They can't, because nobody have such, you know, such money like Tron. Nobody have like such people, and that's a problem. Because in this case, you lose your money, and the project lose their money too, because they use it and they can't get the good result. That's like, you know, that's like a dessert. Fake volumes. we always look at the volumes. We always look at the, you know, at the coin and think, oh, like it's millions of people trading it every day. Maybe it costs something, but actually the last research pointed out that almost every exchange are faking its volumes. I don't remember all of the exchanges, but the one, OKEX, that seems to be really good, they are presenting by our Chinese friends like it's a pioneer of cryptocurrency and others, they are really faking about 97% of volumes. Why? I don't know. They just trying to, like, you know, to have some new users, but in the reality, it really makes our industry work not in the right way, and exactly this makes tokenomics something that can't work today. The last thing I would like to mention is ICO ratings. All of you who have an ICO running right now, I'm begging you, take out of your token pages like your rating from ICO bench, because it's when you're like researching a new ICO and see the rating from ICO bench, it's like it's not something I'm going to invest in, because, you know, there's 2 tables. As you can see, the average rating which is done by the platform is here, and it's rather low, but it's right. And the other side is the average rating by independent experts. And everybody knows that nowadays independent experts just sell their ratings. I really don't understand this because I don't think that they can have really a lot of money of this. But it's actually are damaging our industry and are damaging projects itself. They don't understand it. You don't understand it when you think that more points you have, more money you will collect. But actually it works in another way. So, to sum up, I wanted to say that as you can see, crypto world is still wild west, where tokenomics doesn't play a big role. But we all should understand that that's all is just a big step forward better financial markets. Right now we're just at the beginning for the long road to financial market disruption. After a while, only projects with good quality and a good tokenomics in it will really matter inside crypto market. And if you want to bring this in the nearest future, you should stay true by yourself, by your project, and by your investing. That's all. Thank you.